This is a day that my Father has made. I will rejoice. Jah, I thank you for this morning. Oh, it's a brand new day. Little bird, they thanking and they sing. So let's all get down and pray.
I do want to mention something though. Because you mentioned football being a business. And I said I was gonna rebut what you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I did mention that the English fans don't want the club to be run as a business, right? I did say that. Okay. Now in Germany, right? There are 3 clubs that are owned. Only 3 clubs enough are owned by corporation. Every other club in Germany is owned by what the word they use again? Just like Barcelona and Real Madrid. It's an entity that owns these clubs, and fans can own a part of the club.
So shareholders, it stocks and stuff like that.
Sort of, although even though it's private, but something like that. Yeah, stocks. Call it that. They have a name for it, I remember. Anyway, because the same thing in Spain, with Barcelona, Real Madrid, even Atletico Madrid. A lot of Spanish clubs are owned this way. Anyway, in Germany, though, there is a law. There's a law that no corporation can own a football club. But I did mention that 3 own it, right? 3 corporations. All right, so Wolfsburg is owned by VW, and Leverkusen is owned by Bayern, the pharmaceutical giant, right?
Mm-hmm.
However, those 2 clubs were owned a long time ago by these corporations, right? And that's
Nice been owned by Red Bull.
Oh, well, no, I'm gonna get it. Don't rush. And so the German Federation decided that listen, we want our club to be owned by the fans or to be a part of the community that they're based on, not by a forgive me people, don't know where change the weather. They didn't want the club to be owned by company. They didn't want any German clubs to be run like a business. However, Red Bull was able to circumvent that rule. Red Bull is made up of 2 separate clubs. So there was a loophole in the law. And Red Bull used it to their advantage. So they bought 2 separate clubs.
Red Bull have some good lawyers.
Yeah. So they bought 2 separate clubs, merged, and call it what? Red Bull Leipzig. Right? And they did the same thing in Austria with Red Bull Salzburg. No, Red Bull Leipzig is the most hated club in Germany. And when I say hate, I mean hated. I don't know because the owner is Austrian American. Because they're not the only corporation owned. 2 clubs are owned by corporation, but yet the German populace is okay. But they're not okay with Red Bull. And I know Red Bull is new. It's a young club. Right? However, I don't so they hate Red Bull. If Red Bull was to ever win the German Bundesliga, it would be a dark day in Germany. And look it up. Hate, deep-seated hate, everywhere that they play in Germany, booze and all that crap.
I think it
But
has more to do with the deal and what the federation was doing was gearing towards the fans. And they found some loophole in it to keep the fans out of the club. And they're just reacting to that.
yeah, but no fans own Leverkusen or Wolfsburg.
No, but those clubs were predate the rule.
Yes, but
So
listen.
they understand that those clubs didn't use
No,
a
listen,
loophole.
listen. You are absolutely correct in your assessment. You are up. I'm not even going to argue about that. But my thing is this: what I respect about Red Bull, I remember the Red Bull have teams all over the world. Red Bull owns Formula One team. Red Bull actually owns 2 Formula One teams. But what I respect about Red Bull in Germany, they didn't. They circumvent the rules, right? However, they didn't use their money to build the team up. They didn't use the money to like Bayern Munich to go buy the best players in the Bundesliga, so they can so that they can win the Bundesliga every year. They didn't do that. They developed players. Or they took players from New York Red Bull, or they took players from Salzburg, or they took players from Brazil, Red Bull in Brazil, and then they sold those players for a shitload of money.
So,
You know,
so yes, a straight business.
straight businessman. So, okay, what's his name again? On my team, the forward, Mane. Mane came from Salzburg, before he went to Crystal Palace. No, Southampton. Southampton. Yeah. What what's the name of the forward that Chelsea paid millions of dollars for last year? Is that Timo Werner? I think Timo came from Leverkusen. What's the other player name again? Other German player?
Pulisic, something like that.
No, not Pulisic. Pulisic was bought January of last year. Pulisic was bought. So there's Timo Werner and he fluffed the goal that when Germany was playing in why oh, I take that back. Kai Havertz came from Leverkusen. Kai Havertz played with Leon Bailey, right? Timo Werner came from Red Bull. And Timo was Red Bull target man, the best player. Our lame horse that keeps getting injured. African player.
Yes, at Liverpool.
Yeah.
Left mid. Right mid.
Midfield. He's always injured. Midfield.
Right mid.
Why? Eh?
He's on the 2 injured player Liverpool level.
Yeah.
3.
Henderson. 4. 4.
Oh. No, Henderson and the 2 center out.
Henderson, Gomez, and 3 center. Remember, Henderson and the 3 center out. The Cameroonian. Gomez, Virgin. Yeah. So Joel Matip is still injured, right? Joel Matip, Joe goes, and Virgil van Dijk is still injured. Naby Keita is the one I'm talking about. The Naby Keita came from Red Bull. And he was a very good player at Red Bull, man.
He's a disappointment in Liverpool.
Oh, big disappointment. Big disappointment. You know, Minamino came from Strasbourg, from Red Bull Strasbourg. You know, so yeah. So the German, so the Germans would disagree with you, my friend, about business. Although I'm sure they need a business now to save
Schalke.
Shaka.
A lot of clubs need good businessmen to save. Real Madrid need, Barca need, you know,
Well, those two.
Juventus need, Juventus need it. Where do you think Ronaldo going next season? I'm not staying at Juventus. They can't afford it. Should a cap, if a cap should come into place, should the cap take in consideration those players who are already considered overpaid and cut them salary?
No,
I.e. Ronaldo and Messi.
No, they would have to negotiate this with these players. They'd have to negotiate with them. I don't think these players would want to take. Look.
You won't be successful. Look at Arsenal and Ozil. Ozil said no.
Right, no, that's what I'm saying. They would have to try and go. They couldn't force them. They can't force them.
Contractual wise, no.
Contractual, they can't. You know, I mean, so what would probably happen is here's a scenario.
They become free agent, and then the next buying would take that in consideration.
Okay, so you would buy out the contract.
I'll make them play it out. And then the next move, no, taking effect for the next move.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the problem with that, though. Remember, a lot of teams spend money on buying players, right? Or a lot of teams spend money on grooming players, and that's how they make the money by selling players that they groom, right? How would that work? Well, it would still work because you're just gonna have a salary cap.
You have a cap straight to the system. Remember right? Now, in the NBA, I can't speak for NBA. I think NFL have it too. I think all of them have it. The draft system.
All have draft.
Recruits get the same salary right across the board.
No, the rookie salary is called.
Yeah.
No, them all have. I'm just thinking. How
so that's what would happen to the players coming through the system. Their salary would just be straight across the board. You probably call them academy players, academy breakthrough players. They will attract the same money.
So if a Ronaldo have a year left on his contract or 2 years left on his contract, and he does not want to extend the contract, right?
No, don't say him don't want to extend. You can't afford to extend. Put it that way.
Who can't afford?
The club. Say Juventus can't afford to extend it. So
well, what? See the problem with salary with caps, with a salary cap, it depends on what you can afford. Can I afford to pay this player X amount of money because I don't have the salary space, the cap space for it?
No, you're putting a scenario with the cap already in effect, or you're talking about the real life situation that we're doing.
No, with the cap in place. I'm not thinking alone with the cap in place. In today's world, with the cap in place.
Okay. Right now, they have 2 years left.
We have 2 years left on contract, right? Let's say, for instance, Juve doesn't have the cap space to give him an increase.
Mhm.
Do you get rid of a prospect, a young player who might be the youth player in a year or two
To create that
to
cap
create that
that's
cap space to give it, yeah, or do you get rid of a 31-year-old or 32-year-old player
Hmm.
who's already past his prime? By the way,
Who's the leading goal scorer for Juve
eh,
currently? Who's the leading goal scorer for Juve currently?
I don't know. I'd have to look that up.
That would be to see if it's Ronaldo. Because it can't be just age, you know. Age is a factor, but if he's performing and him giving them value for money and give them expectation in terms of contribution, the young player would have to prove himself
So,
last time.
so currently now, Ronaldo is not only the top goal scorer for Juventus, he's
In the
the
league,
top scorer in the Serie A. So he has 25 goals. Romelu Lukaku have 21.
you want to ask me the question again?
Eh?
You want to ask me the question again?
I'm asking the same question.
Can you have something ready now, regardless of the age, he's still producing what is expected. So they're getting value for money. The youngster is undeveloped, well, not yet fully developed.
It shows promise.
Shows promise, but promise promise don't score goals. So if you think that Ronaldo have 2 more years, and you also think that the youngster will develop in 2 more years, the youngster is not a surety.
Right, but
So
remember that it's a gamble.
it's a gamble. And either way, you can argue either way. Because
But do you want to gamble away your future for now?
if you have plans for the next 2 years, yes.
Remember, at his age, it takes one injury now.
Yeah, and it take 1 inch for a young player too. But then say can't argue about ways.
It take one, but a young player will bounce back faster. But with that said, say AC Milan extended what's his name contract. The great one.
Oh, Zlatan?
Zlatan. So Zlatan will be what, 41, 42 when the, when his contract ends.
Look here. Ronaldo is not an ordinary footballer in more than one ways.
No, he's not. And I listen.
Let me tell you the 2 ways that he's not ordinary. He's producing consistently for a very long time. That's not ordinary. And 2, in keep his body fit. Fitter than enough young player. He's not an ordinary deteriorating age-wise player. He's not. So
Yeah,
you can't talk about Ronaldo like we talk about other players deteriorating in terms of age and getting up there. And
yeah,
because of that
okay.
single factor, they will probably choose him for the next 2 years over a youngster. Just because of that.
Where does Juventus sit right now on the table?
Second to last time I checked.
No, they're not.
Third.
They're not third. Juventus is fourth. 2 points above Napoli. You know they lost the other day to Atalanta, right?
I never follow that much,
Yeah, it's very tight between the second and 7th.
But that can't be a Ronaldo fault. Them have a defensive problem now.
Who,
Or
who you think
them have
they're blaming though?
coach.
They're blaming him. Remember when
Who is him?
they're blaming Ronaldo? Who beat Juventus in the Champions League second round? Was it the second round? No, was it quarterfinals? Who
Juve
did
come out early. Juve come out at second round.
who they blame?
They blame a player for drop out of the
They blamed Ronaldo.
He miss a goal. He never pass a ball.
He didn't score.
So he miss a sitter.
He did not score.
Get that, but did he miss a sitter or fail to pass, do an easy pass to somebody else and push it? And he could have passed the ball. You remember the Mane Salah feud when Salah could have just passed the ball and Salah forced it. And there was no way you could have just scored, just pass the ball, make Mane score. It was a situation that because if a man just fail to score, it could be a supply problem.
He simply did not score.
Could be a supply problem. Why you blame him?
I'm just telling you what all. Who did they lose to?
Second round, man. Them have a quarters.
They lost to Porto.
Mm-hmm. That's the problem because of Porto.
But they were blaming him though. They didn't blame Andre Pirlo, the coach. They were saying, "Oh,
But you see some bias there, so though.
no. Listen, I am not
Pirlo,
I'm not a Ronaldo fan, you know. But I cannot blame Ronaldo for what happened.
you can't see, but no, may I say the bias, you can't see why they don't want to blame the coach. Because the coach is an icon.
Right. And the coach is not just an icon, but he's a Juve icon.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Ronaldo is new. He may be Ronaldo, but not in Turin. You know? And I think he got a goal to score that he didn't score because I'm looking at this and it ended 4-4. Porto went through on away goal, you know, and the last game, in Italy finished 3-2 in favor of Juventus.
Let me tell you this. There's no way Juventus should allow Porto to score 4 goals on them. If Juventus score 4 goals over 2 matches, them should have gone through the next one against Porto. Full stop. Blame it somewhere. Or Porto scored 4 goals by you in that 2 matches.
No, listen. I agree with you. The defense should be blamed on the coach, not one man. But for the mere fact that he didn't score a goal in that game, they want to hang him out to dry. And I don't agree with that. You know, one man doesn't make a team. It's a team effort. You know? But
you can't see my miss a penalty and you feel angry and blame me. I can't see that. I can't see him get a sitter and not score it. And you argue about that. I can't see him force it and miss an easy pass a sitter and don't put later off. But if none of that not take place, Sir.
Listen, all the Juve legends were blaming him. Just say, oh, the only reason why we bought him and spent all that money is to win Champions League. Look what happened. We spent all that money and we still don't have a champ. We still have reached any further in Champions League. Oh, what was the purpose of
They
spending
were
all that
winning.
money?
They were winning the league before he came, right?
Yes. Yeah, man. That went several years before he came.
But the only reason why they spent that money was Champions League.
Yeah, man. I think Juve won the league 9 times in a row. I want to say. Because they won it with Massimo Allegri. They won it with Chelsea coach, the smoking one that left. They won it with the current Italy coach. I know with the current Inter Milan coach. I just can't remember his name. Who's that? And he was at Chelsea. You remember his name? You remember his name? Oh, sir. Conte. Yeah. I think you think. you got silent for me.
No, I mean, I think, man.
Okay. That's what not answer me. You might want to maybe my mic not working.
No, I see the people in face now. The name does not come.
9 straight titles in a row. Remember still our work.
Yeah, but yeah, that clear. That move that clear. That move that clear. Never come for win league.
And remember I told you, when they bought him, they bought him at a time where the chairman, current chairman, the family company, it's a car company. I want to say, I know it's a car company. I know they were laying people off. Right? They couldn't pay people. They were laying people off. And at the same time, they went and spent millions to buy Ronaldo.
So where I'm going next year? Back to United?
I don't see that. You think so?
Only a few clubs can afford him. So but hear the rumors say in the ending career United.
I heard a rumor, but I've also heard rumor of PSG buying him. I don't know true that because I don't think because currently
we can't see man Cavani because him change him role so much now. Him less of a winger now. I'm more like a center false 9 type of person now. So I don't know how that fit in the current team.
Listen, there are rumor that Cavani wants to leave at the end of the season. He wants to go back home.
I'm finished. He might retire at home.
He wants to go back to Uruguay.
Mm-hmm.
So, right, okay. So Fiat is a car company they own. The Agnelli family owns Fiat, and Fiat laid off a bunch of people and then buy Ronaldo. So people are protesting. People protested. How can you say you have no money and yet spend?
No, them lay off the people to create a space. Man.
Well,
Same thing we talk about the young player versus Ronaldo. Fiat, they have people to get the money to buy him.
so Fiat said to the workers, poor to middle class Italian workers who have worked at the companies for years to say, hey, business is not good.
Champions League is better, man.
Business is not good. We're losing money. We're going to have to lay you off. Boom, lay a ton of people off. The next month, they spent millions on Cristiano Ronaldo. Wow.
Yeah. Them create space in the wage bill.
Wow.
Football Champions League is more important than your job. Simple.
Apparently.
Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share our videos. And don't forget to comment.
And hit that notification bell.
This has been another episode of Teach and the Prof.